Queen. Checkmate. Coming to the stage, the ultimate showgirl. Lady DJ. We gave you your flowers, my darling. We gave you your flowers. Coming to the stage. Coming to the stage, y'all. Can you hear me? Yeah, you ain't. Can't explain. Well, hello, good people. How are you? So I'm still practicing on my wait a minute, I was a lot clearer than this. I'm still practicing on my makeup application. Hold on, let me see what happened here, because I had you a little the little lighting a little bit better than this. Hold on. I did change something in the settings though. I guess I don't know. Jesus, I'm always doing something. Anyway, how are you all doing? I need to see this microphone. Yeah, okay, it's working. Okay, you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Wait 1 minute. I'm changing my lighting is different than what it was. But I went into the camera settings because I do a thing. I can't stop. I'm just here for a brief moment. I was working on my application. I'm going to an event and I need to apply my makeup. So I'm working on it. It still take me too long though, but I think I got it. Um, my eyes are not symmetric; they asymmetric, and then one is hooded and one is not. So it takes time to perfect the eyeshadow and do them different because they're shaped different, and so that because when I try to do them exactly the same, it doesn't look right because they're not the same. So that's why it takes a little bit more time, smaller tools to kind of, well, if you, let me show you all something. When I was a little girl, I loved to color. So I colored this. I don't know if you all can see this. Let's see here. Let's see. And so it took me back to my when I was a little girl. Even as a little girl, I would color inside the lines. I had an imagination, and so this is I had found this artist on social media, and she sell coloring books for Black women. And so I had to look in my email and find the she's on I think she's on YouTube, but I didn't find her. I think I met on Facebook, but I think I've seen her on YouTube. I don't know, but anyway, I get you all the information. I'll keep the picture to remind me. But so she's a veteran, y'all, or a pair, missing a leg. I don't know if she's a veteran. Because I'm a veteran, I say she a veteran. But she, fixed up that leg, y'all. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So anyway, applying makeup is just like coloring. And because I like to color nice, it takes me a little bit longer. Even though the colors aren't the same, I have an imagination. That's all I can tell you. So this is storytelling. You just talk off your head. You ain't got to be scripted. If it get too personal, make it up as far as a name and a person. I'm not saying make up the fucking story. I'm saying if it's too, you want to still teach the people the lesson, the trauma, or the tragedy. You can change your name, especially if you got family and they, listen to you and stuff and start, why you do that? Whatever, So, and a lot of mine are deceased, so I tell the story, and it's the truth. So, I ain't gonna allow folks, even the ones alive, they ain't gonna say nothing. My family know me, so they might be a little embarrassed. That's why I changed names. They still gonna know the story though. I don't tell them I changed the name. You the one, I don't hit pig will squeal. Ain't that what Muff said? Okay, so I ain't got time. So let me tell this story. I thought about it today. Uh, I'm 40 years old in Maryland, nursing school, and I get all, A's and B's, and I'm on this list to start regular RN. And so I put myself on the night shift because I'm thinking the list, would be shorter, and I lived in Howard County. Anyway, the list wasn't, I didn't make it. And the next opening was going to be like, I think 6 months, but I had all my courses done. I just was waiting to start the regular nursing. And so and that's in the regular, and they say they didn't have one daytime, they didn't have one night, because I was usually really going to daytime, but I don't daytime. I know it's busy, and I wanted to start off nursing school at night, but that didn't work out. So I went and applied for a 4-year college for their nursing program. I had A's and B's, but it was one course I didn't have. Shit, it was like molecular science. I ain't got time for that. So I signed up for the class. That shit was above. It was above me. I don't no. So I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I went to the my counselor, and you know what? These school counselors are really good. They do help. So I'm 40. My children are with their fathers. I don't did all the pre-nursing, and I'm in Howard County, and we do go to the top of the list before anybody outside of Howard County. But there was a lot of people from Howard County on the list, so she said, my counselor, she did an analysis of, my age, my grades. I was a single parent. So I fit in all these little categories. Now again, I'm at the grades, so ain't no what they call it, DEI. I don't know nothing about that because I had to bust through every door. Ain't nobody give me shit. Okay, so y'all don't even need to worry about that DEI if it's available. Is it not? It is not. That shit is on paper, and they just very clear now. Quit getting focused on these wedge issues to divide. I think it's getting better now with the robots, and these people know they losing their jobs too. So they ain't, but I'm telling you, ain't no DEI, never have been. I don't give a fuck. Okay. So anyway, And y'all know I rambles and I forget, but I do circle back. Anyway, so I went to my counselor. She said, "Let me look at your record, and let me talk to some people." Like she said, "Y'all know yo, good God, will make room for you. You get well, okay." So, she said, "But go on, relax. You know, did your pre-nursing, your grades are good, and let me see, what I can do." So she called me. She said, "I got some good news, but," I'm like, y'all know it's always a but. And I said, "Okay, well, what is it?" She said, "They have this accelerated nursing program. It's 1 year to become an RN. It's an elite program for the best cream students, and you meet the criteria. But it's a monster. You can't work with this type of course because they're not gonna cut no corners for you." And she said, "I know you're older, but you think you can do this?" I say, "I ain't got no choice, shit." Because when you're in school, you get a little stipend. I was gonna have to wait in between for this nursing course. I think about 6 months. These courses be taking a long to get to the top of the list. So I have to do it while it's fresh. So I rolled the motherfucking dice on me. I bet it on Queen. God damn it, I bet it on Queen. And all them people was young. Now we started the course with only 2 black women. One at the beginning found out she had cancer. So she had to drop out. I was the only one left. Now there was a few Africans, but they were standoffish, and so was I. I'm from Georgia. I only been in Maryland for about a year for all this, and so I was the only black woman there in the class. Like I said, that one was worse than basic training, and the only reason I say it's worse, it was more a lot of you had to use your brain a lot. And because nurses, we have autonomy. It means if we are practicing within our guidelines, no nurse is the same. We can make a nursing decision about our next step. Call the doctor, or let me retake this blood pressure. Let me, tell the doctor this person is ready to discharge. Nurses do that. They get new medicine. You got to teach the medicine, the side effects, when to, check it, what time, follow up, when not to take it. So, it's a lot. And it's very cerebral. I'll put it that way. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, it was a hard course. Okay, very hard. And the military is more physical for me, and I was 16. So the only thing was I wasn't with all that running. I ain't never been no jogger and all that shit. That's just not me. To the ones is for that, good kudos, but but I had to in the military, so that was a big hurdle I mastered. I had never fired a weapon at 16, never. So daddy was in the military, and he just instilled in me, they're gonna give you a weapon, a gun. He says, never point it at anyone, never play. Don't, it's very serious what they're going to train you. And, listen to all the safety stuff and all that stuff. And I'm like, huh? So once I get in the military, not only do I have to fire a gun for the first time, I got to throw a bomb for the first time. I got to use a machine gun for the first time. Landmines. This shit can blow up. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm 16 years old. So I'm telling you, when some people say, "Oh, she say nursing was harder than basic training." No, what I'm saying is, I was 40 when I became a nurse, and I became a registered nurse in 1 year. It is very difficult. Like I say, and the course is not shortened. You just got to do more reading, more study, and the test. And what I was telling someone, with nursing school, you don't get a C and stay in a class. You get a C and get kicked out the course until that class come back around, and again you backslotted on the list. Now, so when I heard all, because once you get in, you ain't in. You got to pass each course, and there's like 13, 15. I'm just talking on it. 15 courses. There's labor and delivery. Delivering babies. You got to care for the. You got two patients. Well, you got three patients. You got the mother, the baby, and the family. So we have to nurse all these parties. Our primary is the mom. Now the baby is in the nursery, and they have their own nurseries. They have their own doctors. But when the baby is in the room with my patient, they're both, priority. So I had to know about babies. If the baby's in the room with the mom and start to, have complications, I need to know how, to assist this baby, newborn, until, I can get help. So labor and delivery, oncology, cancer, and that's the field I went into. Hospice, nursing home, working at the hospital, working in doctors' offices, mental health. Uh, there's so much where they, uh, if you break your leg and all that, sports or whatever, ortho. So that was a separate field. Your heart, your liver on the floor. You put you on the heart monitor, the stroke floor. So all these different things. I chose to go into nursing, but in nursing school, you have to do clinical. First, you start learning it on paper. Then you take certain tests to see if you are comprehending, and we did skills. Skills was in a room set up in school like a hospital, and so we had to do wounds and pass open wounds, on the mannequin. We had to do, burns, all this stuff with mannequins. And, the mannequins, just like what AI now, they was, they had heartbeat and all that stuff. So they knew when they say count the respiratory rates, because we had to do everything manually. You got these machines, but you're taught how to count respirations, breathing, heart rate, beats. What else we taught before we used the machine? I can't remember, but you get the picture. And then using a manual blood. Everything was done manually, and we had no math, calculating medicine, even though you got a pharmacy who's gonna have this stuff already chopped up and, according to the person's weight, age, and all that stuff. But in nursing school, the nurse can't get out of nursing school. And it was like they was teaching us like we was a doctor. This stuff was hard. So that's why I say they was equally hard. When I was younger, I had never did no fired no weapon, had never held no bomb, threw no bomb, no landmine. And Lord, when I had to get gas, I cried. It was, I hate to use the word, but it was the T word. But like I say, whatever you do in war, you have to be able to handle if they do it to you and how you fix yourself back up if you can fix yourself back up. We had to learn, if you get your leg blown off, how to tourniquet, all that stuff. I didn't know so and I'm 16. Oh Lord, but I made it. I made it. G.I. Jane crawling through the mud, all that stuff. All this stuff you can't get no sleep. So, okay, I'm going somewhere with this. Anyway, the mental health course, we had to go to the psych place, and work there. Each one of those things I listed, we had, I think it was 6 weeks, 6 or 9 weeks, we had to work in those areas. So I was at the psych ward. Man, children, it was a lot of children now. And they put shit on the walls and all that stuff wrong. I think the grown, 16, 18, you rubbing shit on walls. I don't have no stomach for that kind of stuff for boo boo. Okay, I don't. Even though it's in your nerves, whatever. I don't have a stomach for that. But these kids, I'm a student. That's one good thing, I, at some points you do get to, do your vitals and all that on your own. But, during the whole nursing thing, we had an RN with us. And it was a lot of documenting and they read your notes and stuff for school. And, the person is your patient while you're there. So I'm just, vibing with the young people, listening to their stories. And a lot of them had issues with the parents, try to unalive. And it was there, so, I listened. And that's the thing about nurses. They teach you that active listening. Active listening. That's why I do that now. I listen. I listen, okay, to your story. How'd you get here? Why, and it's like with the blood pressure strokes, we kind of ask those questions. But when it's mental health or something, you got to ask the questions. So then it was a white woman. I never will forget it. I will never forget this story. I'm in nursing school. I'm her nurse for the day. But with mental health, they walk around, they go to all these groups. And so with the groups, sat in, listened to the groups, wrote notes and stuff. How did the person participate? How they respond or whatever. And I, sat back in the corner. And this white woman came up to me and she was like, "Are you my nurse?" Like she crazy. No, you're not that crazy. You targeted me and you singled me out. It was other nurses here, white ones. I told you I was on the black. Anyway, she gonna try to do that dazed and crazy look in my face and get in my personal space. I took a step back. Say, how can I help you? Whatever, student nurse Brian, can I get my instructor? What? No. I said, okay. And she got in my personal space again and said, "Nigga," looking dead in my goddamn eyes. I said, I, I looked around. I said, "Excuse me?" "No, you never." I said, "But you here, nigga, in a mental health institution. I'm not. So who's the nigga, nigga?" Okay? And you know they crazy. They can't go tell on you repeat. I don't know what they don't really take what crazy people say serious. But she looked me in the eye and said it, and I stepped to her in her personal space and said what I had to say, where nobody in earshot but her. And she knew what she said. She wasn't crazy. Because when I said that, she snapped the fuck out of whatever she pretended to be in. Don't fucking play with me, lady. I will never forget that here you are in a mental health crisis, and you got the nerve to still hold that kind of toxic superiority. You in a mental health institution. I'm not. These people really think they are better than black people. Just couldn't believe it. That I see the little meth heads and the people on the pills and the West Virginians, and I don't see them. They like to boss up on your ass, and I boss them right on back down because I'm not in no mental health institution. I am a black woman that's turning 40, and I am becoming a registered nurse. You in here, you've lost your mind. You've had a breakdown, not me. So I know you ain't supposed to do that to no mental health patient, but she shouldn't have bothered me like that. And she knew what she was doing. She wanted to corner me off. Oh no, I'm telling you, I'm a really nice person, pleasant. And I'm in Maryland in the little southern hospitality and don't fool them. Cleo, set it off. Okay? Set it off. You heard what the fuck I said. Honey, that woman took her medication and went on to sleep somewhere. You better go somewhere and play, lady. And I'm sure the look on her face when she realized, look where you at. Look where you at. Look where I'm at. And you got the nerve to think you are better and in a better place than me? Nigga, please. Okay? Nigga, please. So that's my story. And like I told y'all, this is the format that YouTube is prioritizing in the algorithm. They don't want that bullshit that over there made up a beef sector. Not understanding evolution and AI and court cases. I'm not. I'm telling y'all, I'm in a good place. So I don't even want to discuss closeted bells and motherfucking whistles. Anybody listening to that, no wonder your Bitcoin shit don't went bust. Y'all believe any fucking thing y'all hear. No research. Haven't even looked at the law to see if the shit is legal. Defamation is not legal. And then the nigga said, oh, they ain't gonna do nothing. They don't have money for lawsuits after already being in one. Veterans don't have to pay. Organizations are out there for veterans. I don't know where y'all come from. Y'all act like we don't have surveillance. We don't have computers. The people in the streets know. Ain't nobody trying to. That's why everybody coming to the internet. Because there's a camera everywhere. And they can say they not in the bathroom, but I don't believe it. I just go and do my thing, get out if I have to go, because I rarely will go to a bathroom. I just hold it. The military taught me that too. So I get older. I ain't trying to do all that. If I gotta go, I'm gonna go. Because I'm not afraid to go to the bathroom. I don't believe no conspiracy, but cameras are everywhere. Everywhere. That's why I couldn't believe that transaction on video that I saw at the Goodwill. I saw it. I don't care what. No, I don't want to talk about you either. Come get your ass up here after you don't squeeze and bust and in a soft tone. No, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you never squeeze and bust. You are not gonna sit on lunatic after my kids because you are bagged up. Okay? Oh, women know. That's why I don't understand why y'all on here trying to downgrade women and do all this. Nigga, you exhale, okay? You squeeze and bust. I'm grown. I know that transition voice, okay? And I don't give a fuck about that transition voice because, again, whether you are backed up or you are squeezing and busting every fucking night, I don't give a fuck. Don't nobody go after my motherfucking children. Okay? So no. I'm not gonna be done till I'm done. Okay? Should have thought about it. I don't give a fuck. I sure don't. Go bust another nut. He ain't coming up here so relaxed. He said, "Oh, you self-founded." I said, "Oh, look at him. He don't really got his dick sucked." Nigga, please. Okay? I don't give a fuck. You ain't fooling nobody, but let yourself get backed up and start all that whooping again. You gonna get your ass locked the fuck up. Oh, this one over there showing out. Get your ass on. You two, y'all can be going at it all y'all want to, but you two are at the top of the list. And Kwame, okay? 3 at the top of the list. Anyway, I'm enjoying my holidays, y'all. So yeah, so tell story. Of course, I don't even remember that lady, and that was nursing school. So that would have been, I don't know, 2008. I wouldn't be at no hospital working right now and tell a story because you can still figure out, the patient or whatever if I was specific. So that was nursing school, and that was about 20 years ago. And everybody know now I'm still a registered nurse, but I'm retired. I'm retired. Okay? Just don't understand how you all didn't understand that my gift made room for me. I had nothing to lose if that thing became. Nothing to lose. You can't call my job with some bullshit. And all the calls y'all made to the VA are recorded. And they already knew about what was going on. My doctor did. All this is on camera. Surveillance outside, and people come and self snitch. And they all both 40 except for diamonds and pearls. And I don't care where you run to. I'm gonna teach you a good lesson. Okay? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They don't get up here. Yeah, you told your story, but I knew your story. You was homeless. That's what you should have been talking about instead of asking me about my motherfucking daughter. Instead of lying on me about a motherfucking Linda Fields, tell your own motherfucking story. I'm gonna get you. and you lied on your stage. Oh, I really like helping people, helping people. You've tried. No, you did flag my Queen Regina down on some bullshit. I appealed it. You took down my whole channel off of words, about 4 words on my community wall after you showed your ass on Kwame's stage for about 2-3 hours shooting pellets. I went to my community wall and said, hey, Rodney is a creep or something like that. I can't remember. The first time I met him on a stage, he made sexual connotations toward my daughter. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that. I don't motherfucking know you. But he wanted to get his name in the algorithm, get noticed. Oh my God. Mm. Close it. Close it. Hmm. So I don't like you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't like you. You're Linda Fields. That's why you eating yourself up to a balloon. And I don't want to hear nothing about no unalive story. Okay? Negro, what you did to old women, elderly women, and they want, so Queen Regina, I be, mm-mm. You wanted me to starve, be put out my home. You participated in all that. You initiated it with the Linda Fields lie. So no, the universe, I don't want to hear about your Bitcoin wallet. Okay? Negro, you're sick and you need help. Period. So you are on the list, but you're the bonus when I'm finished. I'm gonna get you a Bitcoin wallet. You talk too fucking much. Tired of y'all. So you're in the chamber. There's one in the chamber. You go to college for. I left home at 16. Told y'all things I had to do. Should have gone for the first time, throw a bomb for the first time, operate a machine gun for the first time, land mines. And you on this motherfucker after you graduate. I learned some really serious things. Oh, you did? Oh, you learned some really serious things. Huh. I got my channel back, didn't I? But it's documented that you took it. It's documented. Come on, women now. Come on, women now. Oh, you can So, I haven't watched anything today. I was again practicing on my makeup, my little going to the little hard day. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all my makeup is beautiful. I walked into the another lighting area in the house. So I'm gonna do it in the daytime tomorrow so I can see it in the daytime. But this is pretty. Uh what else I was gonna say? Y'all, it's about 75 degrees in Georgia. And I'm refusing to turn on my AC. I got the fan on. I've been using my a fan And then, I got my little fan here. But it's hot. But I'm not, excuse me, turning on AC. And I got the gas, not the gas, but the heat turned, well, it don't even pop on. Because it's hot here. Shit. But it's nice when outside. I ain't going, But, with Georgia, when it's warm like this in December, almost January, it's going to be cold all the way to probably April. There'll be some brutal winters when we don't have a summer for winter, for Christmas, So, yeah. So I did watch Kevlo. I watched him today. I didn't watch it during the when he was live, but I did watch Kevlo. And that was it for today. I watched Vince yesterday. Very good show. Very good show. The Bishop. Yeah, the Bishop. Shit. The Bishop about to take over the sector because he does the storytelling amazing. And this is how you do. You just talk and tell your story. And the way he, tied in the biz and having a black mama and aunties and sisters. Y'all, Bishop show was really good. Christmas Eve. Also dope show. Very, very just listening to the people. Talking with the people. I don't know why people, as broke as they are, sitting on panels thinking they hold some kind of status. They are bald. See, that's what got them fucked up, fucking with Queen. I'm a worker bee. I'm a volunteer. It's just who I am. And whoever I'm volunteering for, helping, they gonna get the best. My mama taught me that. That's why my gift makes room for me. My gift. Gifts with an S. Gifted. I ain't go to school in nursing school just to come and then scam folks, let folks die in the hospital or something. This boy was out here hacking old women on computers. You did. And then ran and told, I'll go to YouTube. But did you tell YouTube that you stayed on Kwame's stage for 3 hours talking shit? Closeted ass. They ain't gonna go cry. Took my channel, y'all. He put his stamp on it. And I did an appeal. And he had did it for bullying and harassing. Y'all know them are hard to overturn. That nigga. I showed them the EEOC. They flipped my channel back over. Because you're documented in my EEOC claim. Diamonds and pearls. They flipped my channel back on. I got all the text messages and the videos. Okay? To rebut any motherfucking thing any one of you all say. Ask Kwame. He knows that perjury. Oh, I'm coming. I'm just taking my time, like I always do, and watching the show. You did more damage to yourself than I could ever done, but I'm still gonna get justice. Because that's what this is about, justice. There's civil justice and criminal justice. You all need there is ChatGPT. Come on with me now. Lord. Next. Pivot. Pivot motherfucking here. Pivot motherfucking here, y'all. The only heavy hitters I've been seeing is the women. And all that trying to ambush folks on stages. That shit is old and tired. And all that screaming Ma Dev did for thanks Christmas. We can tell you didn't squeeze and bust. Okay? You. All that screaming and hollering. You are backed up with cum bucket juice. Okay? You'll never get laid unless you pay. And you know that. So you know, you backed up. All that screaming, you've been screaming for 3 or 4 years. Y'all don't have no women. And that boy over there that keeps talking about the imaginary girlfriend. I'll be 60 next year. There is no girlfriend. You, so conveniently. Oh, it's just what we getting for Christmas. You were so pitiful. Nobody, you don't know these people to be. Hey, let me show y'all the Kelvin. But you don't show her. We've seen Kevlo, girlfriend. You have an imaginary girlfriend that's really a boyfriend in the closet. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. Men don't behave this way. It's in you. You don't have a girlfriend. This is so sad. And you can go pay somebody like you paid the man to pretend you stole the shoes. That's the only way you will show a woman you don't have a girlfriend. All these she brought me my plate. Oh my, you sad. No strategy, no planning. You thought you was gonna use brute force. I use this. And I close this. Checkmate. Come on with me now. My darlings. My darlings. Why are you? Oh. The hell and the hot water. Let's do step. Let's do step. Let's two-step.
There she was. She'd been there all the time. I'd been too busy making faces so folks would like me. I'd never seen her. There she was.
Long live the Queen. And I yield the floor. My darlings, I yield the floor. Checkmate.